Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the November 4th City Council meeting. It is 6 o'clock, and we will begin the meeting by having please call the roll.
Let's see here. Rivera.
Here.
Washington.
Here.
Walker.
Here.
Nixon.
Here, and all are accounted for. We need to have action on the previous minutes of October the 20th. Are there any additions or corrections to the minutes as distributed? Hearing none, all those in favor accepting the minutes as distributed, please say aye.
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 Very good, that's so ordered. Anyone that is on the phone watching this and would like to make a comment when I call for comments, please press *9 to have access. And if you are watching this through Zoom, then press the raise your hand button. The next legislative session will be on November the 17th at 6 p.m. And we will also be doing it through Zoom as long as there is a declared emergency in York. All agenda items are due by noon on the 11th. We have 2 bills to be introduced. Let us proceed with that.
Would you like to introduce that, Councilwoman Washington?
Yes. So introduced.
Okay, bill number 15, introduced by Edquina Washington, and a bill approving the 2021 through 2025 York Business Improvement District Authority Plan.
Very good, and that will sit for until our next meeting, since it is a bill. And there will be no discussion on that item. Next is bill number 16.
So introduced.
Bill number 16, introduced by Edquina Washington, a bill amending the loan documents associated with the York City Sewer Authority's Guaranteed Sewer Revenue Bond Series of 2019.
And again, that will sit until our next meeting in November. May I have a motion to consider a consent agenda?
I make a motion.
I second.
It's been moved and seconded. Are there any comments from the public on any of the items 3 through 5?
President Nixon, there were no comments received via email.
Very good. Cliff, is there anything from the public that you have?
1 second, somebody just joined, but nope, no hands raised.
All right, very well. May I have a motion to consider the resolutions 3 through 5 for consent agenda?
I motion.
That's
Second.
so moved, seconded, and all in favor, or rather we need to do the roll call, please.
Rivera.
Yes.
Washington.
Yes.
Walker.
Yes.
Nixon.
Yes, and those are so ordered. Are there any comments from the council on anything at all?
Yes, I do.
And,
President
excuse me,
Nixon.
I'm sorry, Queen. I don't mean to cut you off, Councilwoman, but I think that was, again, I think we just did what we usually do on that, Henry, where we approve the vote for the consent agenda, but don't actually approve the consent agenda. So let's do that
Absolutely.
first.
Yep. Okay. Yep. Thank you, Jason.
All right, so I will never, ever get this thing right, I don't think. All right, so do we have to have a roll call for this?
Yeah, is there a motion to approve the items on the consent agenda?
I make a motion to approve the items on the consent agenda.
Is there a second?
Second.
All right, it's
All
been
right.
moved and seconded. Now will you call the roll?
I think that Equina had some questions first.
No, I didn't have a question.
Okay, okay. All right. So this will be to approve agenda items 3 through 5 on the consent agenda. And I'll call for the roll. Rivera,
Yes.
Washington,
Yes.
Walker,
Yes.
Nixon.
Yes, and those are so ordered. Ms. Washington, you had some remarks that you wanted to make before we adjourn.
Yes, I just wanted to offer a heartfelt thank you to all of our voters that turned out in the city of York. From what I understand, we had a plethora more than usual. So thank you to those voters that came out. And also thank you to our volunteers. Thank you to our poll workers. And thank you to those who are tirelessly at this time counting ballots. And to make sure that everything is accounted for. I really wanted to offer my thank you to all of them, and thank you to our community for coming out and exercising the right to vote.
Well, I certainly will join you in that compliment. So, well done, public. Anyone else have anything to say? Oh, hearing none. Mr. Mayor, are you there?
Yes, I am here. Sorry, only in voice. Yeah, I also want to echo the councilwoman's comments. Thank you, everyone, for coming out and voting. And I did go around and check on all the polling places to make sure that there was no kind of concern or no kind of intimidation. And I want to thank everybody for acting appropriately and respectfully. And I do know that some people had to have some patience and stand in some lines, and that is a good thing when it comes to the election. It shows that we're coming out, but we also have to have some more patience now and let us patiently wait for the process to continue. We do have some good news that results are coming in faster than possibly expected, but now there are also legal challenges that are out there. So I think we all have to continue to be patient as we watch for these results. And remember, it wasn't until recently that we could expect single day results. For most of the history of this country, you had to wait quite a long time for all the ballots to be counted and all of it to be communicated around the country. So while we've gotten spoiled here the last few decades, we do need to remember that we have to be patient with our democracy. So I want to thank everyone in advance for their patience. Then also just want to mention that we are still in a state of emergency, as mentioned, and there is still concern for COVID. However, there are 2 events coming up this Friday. African American First Friday will be held at the Vonnie Grimes Gym from 5 to 9, limited capacity at the gym, but that's a great place to support local businesses. And also First Friday downtown is also from 5 to 9. And as long as we continue to social distance and wear our masks, we should be able to carefully enjoy the company of our friends and family and also support businesses in the city of York. So thank you, Mr. President.
Thank you, sir. Anything from council? Anything else? Very well. We stand adjourned. Thank you.
Thank you all.